From your hometown news leader, News 4 begins with breaking news.
We begin with breaking news tonight. A state audit revealed Ricky Stokes, the president of Cottonwood Rescue, owes about $140,000 in what's being called embezzled funds. Joining us live in the newsroom is News 4's Ken Curtis to explain this case and what comes next. Ken, what's the latest?
Well, good afternoon, Kinsley. In this case, as you mentioned, an audit was completed on Friday of last week. It first revealed $800,000 spent without documentation at Cottonwood Rescue. After further investigation, that amount dropped to $139,000 and change. And the man at the center of this audit is Ricky Stokes, blogger, bail bondsman, and president of Cottonwood Rescue, a nonprofit medical transport unit in Houston County. Bank withdrawals, personnel payments, and vehicle purchases for Stokes and his bail bonding business. That's in the allegations, and that's not all. That state audit reveals payments to an online casino and Adore Me, a popular lingerie website.
We're not going to stand for any embezzlement or any corruption in Houston County. This certainly catches our attention, and it's something we're going to look into.
Sheep says the audit is headed for prosecutors, including Houston County District Attorney Russ Goodman, who could present this case to a grand jury. I could not reach Mr. Goodman this afternoon for comment. As for Stokes, I sent a text message seeking his side of the story, Kinsley.
Ken Curtis, thank you for that report. The 4th of July.